Subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for all the latest news and updates. Hello, you have logged into Oneindia News and this is Mariam. Tufail had a stone business in Myanmar. He was forced out of the country and had to bear the agony of seeing his wife being killed in front of his eyes. This is the tale of one of the many Rohingya Muslims living in the camps in the outskirts of Hyderabad. He makes two ends meet with great difficulty and has a daughter to raise. He fled along with his 3-year-old daughter a few years back and found shelter in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is home to an estimated 3,500 Rohingyas staying in camps in different parts of the old city. About 3,500 people are registered with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Some of them came in the year 2012 when violence broke out in their homeland. Having lost his business, Tufail now works for a paltry ₹400 a day. The locals are not ready to give jobs easily, and he finds work at construction sites. Sometimes he gets work daily, and at times it is only for 15 days in a month. The pay for the Rohingyas and the locals vary. The Rohingya Muslims are paid lesser. Tufail says there is no choice but to work at the low pay as he has to buy food for his daughter. The refugee settlement is on the outskirts of the city. There are 2 rent-free camps set up by the locals, while the rest are paid slums. In the paid slums, the Rohingyas pay ₹100 a month. One shed hosts at least 3 families who share the rent among themselves. Everything is difficult for them out here. Their living standards have dropped, and getting used to the local food has been equally tough. There are huge cultural differences as well, but the Rohingyas say they do not have a choice. One of the refugees said, "It is a big thing that we are even getting food to eat." Noor said, "We have coped up with everything. We have run for our lives. We have come here and are living in sheds without proper electricity and water." Another refugee, Sayyidullah Bashar, is also hopeful that one day justice will be his and his community of Rohingya Muslims. He said, "We have not come here to create any problems. Please do not treat us as terrorists. Nobody wants to be a refugee by choice. It is the circumstances that do so. We had to flee Myanmar as the government committed genocide. Once normalcy returns, we also want to go back to our country. We want to go back to our motherland. And if the world supports us, we are hopeful of going back." Abdul Karim asked, "Will you not be heartbroken and cry if you are forced to leave your own country? The country where you were born and brought up, the country that you loved with all your heart." The Rohingyas say we are poor people. Whatever work we are offered, we do it. Due to violence in Myanmar, some of our own family members and relatives are not with us. Some have fled to Bangladesh, some to Indonesia, others to Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia. We have all scattered, our families separated from each other. 65-year-old Sultan Muhammad says, "We have no links to terrorists. We have come here because we feared for our lives. We are not a threat to anyone. The government here has helped us a lot. We have got shelter and doing whatever work we get. Police regularly come to our camps for checking. We got refugee cards due to the government's help. We want the Indian government support. That is all we seek." 3 years back, when these refugees currently staying in Hyderabad fled Myanmar, they thought their worst fears had come to an end. They say we were not allowed to live in peace, not allowed to pray. But after we landed in India, we were free to eat, live and pray. However, the insecurity is back now, with the government saying that it would deport the Rohingya Muslims. Their fate rests in the Supreme Court, which is hearing a plea against the deportation. It is rightly said by one of the Rohingya refugees, "Nobody wants to become a refugee by choice. It is the circumstances that do so. We should never forget that if our time is good right now, it can be worse tomorrow, because life is unpredictable. That's all. For more news and updates, please subscribe to One India News.